Oh yeah, I'm stoked to get this in. Oh yeah. Pounced on it. Just pounced on it. You know, because I'm looking for reduced sized space figures to use in my diorama pieces, which are very small. The boxes that I'm using for them are no bigger than this box here, and even standard size spacemen, they get filled up pretty quick. So if you want to have a vehicle or something like that in there with them, the pieces have to be exceedingly small. And I like things to be in scale, so, or at least suggesting like they could be. Anyway, and I need spacemen to adapt to be in vehicles or space cars, or and they need to be small. And I hit upon the Motherlode stash of golden astronauts at a price that I could actually bust a move on. Let's just quickly go through the pile. Multiple Toymakers posed based on a 5-inch, 5.5-inch multiple Toymakers Spaceman. I'm pretty sure the reduced size, the golden astronauts rather, were farmed out to LP toys by multiple Toymakers. Here's another based on a multiple Toymakers 5.5-inch Spaceman. These will not have markings on the bottom because they were, oh, he's got a busted hand, we can do something with him. It's like, oh, he's broken, great, I can use it in my art. Pretty sure that multiple Toymakers had LP toys make all of the golden astronauts for both the golden astronaut and Triang SpaceX lines. We'll edit that if it's incorrect. There's another multiple Toymakers posed, derived from a 5.5-inch multiple Toymakers Spaceman. He is in fantastic condition. Okay, this is interesting. We're a golden astronaut based on the multiple Toymakers 52 or 54 millimeter pose, and we'll take a look at his full-size equivalent in a minute. And again, another based on a 52 millimeter pistol and lunchbox guy. And multiple Toymakers eliminated weapons from their space figures starting in and around 1969. So this helps. These were all made before 1971, is it? I'll have to take a look at Paul Verede's Triang SpaceX website. Here's another. I got a bunch of these guys. I'm trying to keep the guns out of the artwork as much as possible. Look at, you can see the detailing on his rope there. Another based on a multiple Toymakers 5.5-inch astronaut. I don't have a name for him yet. I'll have to think that up. I mean, this is just a ridiculous score, and it's exactly what I need. I need reduced-sized astronauts for those little space box creations. There's one more pistol and lunchbox guy. I mean, I could make like the Reservoir Dogs walking across the moon there to a little green bag, all with their guns. This is interesting. This is and somewhat useful. And I'm wondering if I should try stripping the rest of the chrome off. This is what almost bare golden astronaut in another multiple Toymakers 5.5-inch pose or derived from that. And that's his native plastic color there. As that case, and these are all gorgeously gold. I can't think for the life of me where these came from, other than an estate. They look unplayed with. This is a golden astronaut derived from a multiple Toymakers 52 millimeter Geiger counter guy. There's his full-size equivalent behind him. And while we're at it, here's one of the pistol and lunchbox guys, and a full-sized pistol and lunchbox guy. So that's quite the reduction in size, and a remarkable
It's remarkable that the detail is translated as well as it was.
This one's interesting. At first I thought it was owner applied paint put over the chrome. Now I'm not so sure. From examining how it all comes together on the base, it may have been a manufacturing error with whatever was applied to it, and his original color was more of a whitish, you can tell from his helmet.
There are no LP Toys posed figures in this. They're all derived from multiple toy makers, and this is what really caught my attention here. This pile, I believe these may have come from the Moon Base HQ or Moon Exploration Center, depending upon if you're talking Golden Astronaut or Triang SpaceX. They're the small-sized multiple toy makers poses. If I page forward here, there's on the left is the regular Golden Astronaut sized multiple toy makers derived pistol and lunchbox guy, and the ones to the right are made for the moon base set. And as Mr. Vreed points out here, you can tell that they were shrunk down even a little bit more from the shrunk down Golden Astronaut. And for me, a holy grail item has been finding these little pilot figures, and sure enough, there's two of them. Absolutely teensy, ridiculously small pilot figures. Just as a comparison, here's Mystery Spaceship pilot figure by Marx, and then a Marx miniature lunar exploration kit reduced sized pilot figure. And these two are just ridiculously teensy. They're absolutely gorgeous. I had to have them. Thank you so much to our vendor for helping me fulfill one of my long-time collecting objectives. There's just something about the teensy reduced-sized astronauts that those two, I don't think they'd be used in a collage. I'll use them as photographic subjects piloting little smaller vehicles. And to go with it, we got two of the even smaller sized pistol and lunchbox guys. Regular sized Golden Astronaut, was it 36 millimeters, something like that? 28 millimeter? I can't remember. We'll have to do some editing here. Golden Astronaut with the pistol and lunchbox, and on the right, the Moon Base, Moon HQ playset. Incredible. And I just for the heck of it, I'd also gotten out a couple of, I like seeing things in scale, and I wanted to see if, yeah, that actually works there with them, with the Cricket P1. That sort of works, but the smaller one is far more convincing. And it gives me a way to compose images, and you convert that into a painting or a graphic image somehow, and then use the other ones in the little space box diorama episodes, as I would like to call them. I don't know if that would be too pretentious, but what a score. Holy mackerel. Many thanks to our kind vendor. Mission accomplished. Wow, it's even better. I was just sitting down to shoot some still pics of them and realized that the one of the chromed gilded pistol and lunchbox guys is of the smaller size from the Golden Astronaut Moon Base kit, or Triang SpaceX Moon HQ. There you can see the regular Golden Astronaut size behind him, and he's flanked on either side by the two white ones. And I also have realized that there he is. The Geiger counter guy is also of a standard. Well, it's still smaller than some, but that's the regular golden astronaut version of the 52 millimeter Geiger counter guy, and not the even smaller moon base size. So there's more. The quest goes on, but having those two little pilots is making me a very happy man right now. And I'm going to sit down and figure out how to get a nice family snapshot